Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit more now. So you're going to see that this is the same as the basics of Chrome Canvas, but I'll show you a little bit more. Remember, this is home, undo, redo, layers, color picker, opacity picker, and then pencil, pen, marker, chalk, and eraser. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you like how to fill in something. So I often do my outlines in either the pencil or the pen, and then I do my filling in with the marker. So if I were to take this marker and start to try to fill this in, you're going to see that you lose kind of the marks of the pen tool that you kind of like. So I'm going to undo that. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into here and I'm going to make this even smaller. And I'm going to make my opacity 100%. And I'm going to show you why. So if I don't make my opacity 100%, watch what happens. So as I'm kind of coloring something in, do you notice how it's like darkening where I go back over it? Which is totally a way to actually create kind of shading techniques. But for the sake of this lesson, you don't need to do this. So you're just going to fill this in like completely. So I'm going to choose just a different color real fast. And now this time I can be a little more careful about like where I put it, and I can kind of keep my pen lines there and fill this in with a color. It's a little slow moving. You can also zoom in by using your fingers to do that thing where you can zoom in and zoom out. So I don't like that I got my fill in there, so I'm going to undo it. I'm going to do it again. A good idea is also to think about doing this in different marks. Like I'm picking up my finger each time so that if I want to undo something, I don't have to do what I just did last time, which is, see, now I want to undo that because I don't like where it went, but notice how I didn't undo all that. So, right. So that's one thing to do. Another thing that I wanted to show you was what I just kind of showed you, which is opacity. Say I wanted to turn this line into kind of this like, I can actually now draw over this line and I can still see both. And that's because I changed the opacity. The third thing that I wanted to show you in this video is layers. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a new layer by hitting this button here. Bloop. And I'm going to I'm going to change the color just so that you guys can see it. I'm going to choose this purple here. And what I'm going to do is oh, I want to fix my opacity. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to fix my opacity. So it's 100%. There we go. I'm just going to create some like weird shape, right? And so with the layers now, I can actually use this tool right here, and I can now move this where I want it on my page. So if I use the layer tool and I click this button, I can actually move where I want it to go on the page. So like I'm making some kind of abstract thing here. I don't like that there. Instead, I really want it to kind of go over this because I like the way that looks, and then hit done. You can also go like this so you can see your layer, and you can also click this button and it'll delete the layer, and then you can always undo it and it'll come back. And that's everything for layers. You can also choose this here that changes the background color. That's what it does in the layer thing as well. So that's lesson 2.